great honour to be standing here today to welcome you all to beautiful Shipley Country Park, which under these skies is particularly beautiful, and which I'm delighted to say will be the permanent home for 6 very special trees. The trees which will form the Queen's Platinum Jubilee Coppice will be in memory of Her late Majesty, and we feel honoured to be able to create such a lasting legacy in Derbyshire. I would like to welcome His Majesty's Lord Lieutenant Colonel John Wilson, who was accompanied by the Chief Executive of the Queen's Green Canopy, Colonel Dan Rex. I would also like to welcome the Deputy Lieutenants, the civic leaders, councillors, Chief Executives who are here to represent all the corners of our wonderful county. It is with great pleasure that I also extend a very warm welcome to those who are representing the organisations, groups or schools having one of the 6 trees dedicated to them today. Shipley Country Park is a perfect place for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee Coppice, and Derbyshire County Council is extremely grateful to the Derbyshire Lieutenancy for securing the trees for the county and to the Queen's Green Canopy. Dedication, commitment and hard work has gone into ensuring that the park is what it is today. And with these words in mind, it seems even more fitting that we should have this wonderful coppice here in memory of Her Majesty, who dedicated her life to serving our country. I am pleased that Derbyshire County Council is playing such an integral part in creating this legacy, and we are delighted to be gifting saplings to all the recipients today who will help to plant their trees in this coppice.
I'm very, very much delighted to be here today to represent His Majesty's Lord Lieutenant for Derbyshire. At the height of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations in June, and no doubt many of you will have seen this, there was a magnificent tree of trees stood in front of Buckingham Palace. The foliage on that tree was made up of 350 aluminium pots, some of those you see here today, with young saplings. 6 of those saplings, hornbeams, have been gifted to Derbyshire and dedicated to county organisations. Alfreton Park School, Buxton Mountain Rescue Team, Derbyshire Children's Homes, Derbyshire Federation of Women's Institutes, Landmarks College Eckington and the Royal School for the Deaf. They are all represented here today. An additional tree, a copper beech at the centre of this coppice, makes a total of 7, one for each decade of Her late Majesty's 70-year reign, a living legacy in her memory. And I'd like to finish, and the children, I really want to help me with this. We're all going to say the slogan, plant a tree for the Jubilee. Go, plant a tree for the Jubilee.
I'm really chuffed to bits to see these wonderful community groups out here today. You all do really, really important work. And a lot of it is voluntary, in your own time, and it is that effort that makes this country incredibly special. I absolutely know the Queen would be thrilled and filled with pride with what you are all doing. The King also, when I have been updating him on the project, has said, please pass on my thanks to everyone who is supporting this initiative. Please continue to spread the word and encourage people to plant trees and look after them long into the future. And it's really particularly lovely to see the little ones here today. And I hope in years to come, these trees, you'll remember them, you'll remember this day, and come back and show your children and get them to plant trees as well.
I'd just like to say a few words, if I may, about the recipients. These were selected by and nominated by His Majesty's Lord Lieutenant through the Queen's Green Canopy. And each group has made a long and lasting impression here in Derbyshire, and they certainly represent what is absolutely great about the Derbyshire community and the values that we have here in Derbyshire within our community. So thank you very much and well done to each of those recipients. We are asking each planting to also be accompanied by civic leaders, or where the civic leaders can't be here this afternoon, some members of the local authorities, such that every local authority and unitary authority here in Derbyshire is represented in these planting of these trees. And that means that every single resident of Derbyshire is represented in the planting of these trees for the Queen's Green Canopy and memory of Her Majesty, the late Queen Elizabeth II. On completion of the planting, as you can see if you look round you, there is the aluminium pot which resided outside Buckingham Palace and has got Her Majesty's cipher on the front of it, a wonderful memory for those recipients to take away, and a sapling of another hornbeam tree. Thank you, Barry from Derbyshire County Council has gifted these saplings such that each of the recipients also takes a hornbeam tree to plant somewhere on their own premises.